Happened in the 90s.
2 years later, Batman debuts on television. The Cat in the Claw Part 1, and Catwoman steals a valuable necklace to fund the purchase of land for a mountain lion preserve, but is thwarted by a group of terrorists.
Yeah, dude, and I think like this has got to be one of the greatest pieces of superhero video. I don't even just to call it a cartoon, but it's one of the best things ever made, especially for Batman.
We're both Batman fans, it's fair to say. Uh, where would you rank this Batman in your the pantheon of Batmans? Like we're including the live action, the Adam West, the movie, and animated.
Keaton, Bale, this. So number three.
This is
This is
three.
very iconic because you get the quality of like the Danny Elfman soundtrack, but you also get and in terms of like a Batman like hierarchy, probably the most recognizable and best Batman voice ever with Kevin Conroy, the guy that did this voice. Because for
Yeah.
anything animated, I think they brought him back to do it until he died. He was doing the video games that came
Yeah.
out on PlayStation and stuff. And yeah, dude, at the time I liked X-Men more, but like this kind of 50s style animation with like the gangsters, it's almost like that old school like Superman animation with
Yeah.
just the way the dudes look and stuff is really cool. And they really pulled this off, and every episode was, you know, had this great just animation and style to it. And I really dig it. I didn't appreciate it as much when we were younger, but
Same.
as an adult watching it, it's like, man, this was just on TV. This wasn't like something that, and it even had a great movie that's infamously like one of the most violent cartoon movies of all time too, which is pretty cool. That Mask of the Phantasm
With Mr.
movie.
Freeze.
No, I think it was Joker, and there was like a guy with like I forget who it was. It was the Phantasm, but he just had
Okay.
like this crazy mask on with like a skull thing. It's pretty cool. It's really worth a watch. Um, yeah, dude. And it had I for the cartoon also, they made up some villains, and they had some really cool like one-off villains like Clayface. I don't know if you remember that villain. That was like a big bulky piece of clay that could
Yeah.
shapeshift, but he was just gigantic monster when you saw him what he really was. It was really cool. So I'll stop. I'll stop just sucking the Batman teat right now.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Well,
but it's quality. I mean, did you watch it? Like, were you just like every episode watcher when you were a kid?
it's the same as you, man. I as a kid, I didn't appreciate it, and all of my attention when it came to cartoons like this, it would be just on X-Men every Saturday morning. And I didn't really grow to appreciate it until I became an adult. Honestly, man, I was a fan of the movies growing up, but I just wasn't periodically checking for it like that for whatever reason.
Yeah, and it was on it
Like,
like it would be like they just have replays on ad nauseum for kids, so like it almost became oversaturated for me. But yeah, I don't know why, because I was so into the movies. I don't know why this didn't
uh,
stick as hard, but
exactly.
I think it's because X Men was like more colorful and had more interesting like heroic characters with like crazy abilities, and this is just like a guy swinging around on ropes and stuff. It is what it is, but
Uh,
I don't know why it's crazy, because the Keaton Batmans especially, well, all of them until the Clooney one, I was all in.
and this started right after Batman Returns, and the reason why the Cat and the Claw Part One is the first episode is to kind of bankroll off of the popularity of Catwoman. This is actually like I think the 13th or 15th episode in that they initially had in order, but
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, so I this was like a business move to start it off with this episode. Catwoman, we started off with her, and she's scaling a building, doing her Catwoman thug thizzle. She claws her way into someone's apartment, and she sends her cat in to do the dirty work. And it looks like easy work because the cat just comes in there, gets through the little security alarm, and just yanks a necklace and brings it back to her owner.
I love the cartoonish. She has like these very sharp claws that she has, and her technique is to get up to some glass, just create a nice little circle with the claws, pop it out. It's very easy, Steve, especially when you have a highly trained cat that's trained to get valuable jewelry that you want. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's like a real cat or if this is like a robot. I don't know. Something about that cat that just seems like I don't know. It's got some superpowers.
That's like a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I just assumed it was a very intelligent cat, Steve. I guess I'm
Or
a glass half full type of guy, but
yeah, maybe just well trained cat. I read into things too
she's
much, man.
she's a cat woman, Steve. You saw the movie. You saw Michelle Pfeiffer. She was licked by cats, so she was imbued with some sort of cat communication. So
Yeah,
they have like a telepathy thing going on. It's like The Shining, basically.
very true. That's very true. And she thinks she gets away clean, but Batman is right there. He sneaks up on her and it catches her off guard.
But they get in a fight, Steve. But there's a little sexy sexual tension going on with Catwoman and Batman just straight from the get go. They're both like, oh, hello, another freak in a costume,
Yeah.
bodied up. I'm into that. But in the scuffle, Catwoman gets away. She's like, I'll see you later, Batman. But her cat almost gets killed, Steve. It almost gets run over. So not very aware, very trained, but once it's away from the mom, it's just it's in the middle of a street. It almost gets run over. But Batman, being the kind, concerned, solid citizen he is, he saves Catwoman's cat for her.
Yeah, after she dropped a bunch of trash cans on him, man, he's such a gentleman, the true hero. He's there for the babies and he's there for Gotham as well as his pets, and he saves the cat. And after that, like Catwoman's already at the top of another roof. She blows like a cat whistle, which I don't know if those are a real thing, and
Yeah,
it is.
blow the whistle. Man, blow the whistle. It is
It's
it's a thing, Steve. There's a song about it, but the cat comes to her, but then she leaves and she like blows a kiss at Batman, and Batman's just like he even has to throw a whistle because he's in love, Steve.
she scratched the fuck out of me, but damn, I'm hard.
God
And,
damn, I think this is like I took a Viagra right now. I gotta get out of here. Alfred,
uh,
get over here.
Mr. Wayne,
You
on my
busted it.
knees.
You've busted in the suit again, sir.
And the next scene, we're at this animal rights auction, and all the ladies love some Bruce Wayne. He is that dude in Gotham. He's got the look.
Bruce.
He's like Rick Rude meets Million Dollar Man. He's got the looks. He's got the money. Throwing some Shawn Michaels in there too, because they
Yeah,
think he's
dude.
cute.
That
They
would
think
but we
he's sexy.
should get the video of him walking in and put that over it, dude.
He
If
thinks
Vince,
he's cute. He knows he's sexy.
And they're just loving it, Steve. They're there to buy time with Bruce Wayne. This is a man meat auction.
pretty much just to be in close quarters. I think the initial offer was 500. Like, and in no time, 600, 7. They ran it up to 1,000 within 5 seconds. And then in comes Miss Selena Kyle. She just throws 10 racks, 10 of them things, and everybody just shuts up. But they still want to get a touch of some Bruce.
Bruce.
Tell
You
him
said
to
you were
touch-
gonna go out sometime. Yeah. Oh God. That was a blackout. But she's bred it up, Steve. She's got a little assistant. She's buying men for thousands of dollars. Bruce is as smitten with Selena as Batman was with Catwoman, which is appropriate.
Hell yeah.
But she's playing it cool. She's big dick and Bruce Wayne. They get in a room and he's like, "So where are we going?" And she's like, "Oh, we don't have to go out on a date. This is all for the cats."
Yeah. Don't get flattered.
Yeah. And Bruce is like, "But what if I don't take no for an answer?" Which okay, Bruce, chill the fuck out. Okay.
Are you serious? Did you see all these holes all over me?
Yeah.
You just
But he gets her to they're playing around, they're flirting a little bit. He's trying to get a date, but then we hear some gunfire, Steve. Gunfire erupts. And Bruce Wayne's got to do what Bruce Wayne's got to do.
does he just have this outfit in his back pocket because he just went from Bruce Wayne to Batman like that. Like he pops out and jumps on a getaway truck and he makes it crash. And one of the guys, he gets out and he escapes in the sewer.
Yeah, he pulls a Shawshank, but they get the other guys. And Commissioner, I always love this version of Commissioner Gordon too. He just looks cool.
He looks the part. He
Yeah,
looks like a commissioner.
exactly. He looks stoic. He looks old. He's got the like white locks. Exactly.
Commissioner Garrett.
He's talking and he's like going around the scene and stuff, but him and Batman are buddies. So he gets into a dark corner and is like, yo, nice job, dude. Like he's talking to himself, but Batman's listening. He's like, here's the thing though. I'm hearing that we got these people like Red Claw, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And it's like a terrorist organization. He's like, this Red Claw person, they're in Gotham. And they are the most ruthless terrorist in the world. So I find that out, and now this shit's going down. What's going on here?
More dangerous than White Claw, I'll tell you that.
Dude,
And
Red Claw, dude. I'll tell. We'll get to it.
Batman's just like, I'll see what I can do. So we cut to Selina's place as Selina Kyle, and she's getting ready for her date. And she's talking to her lesbian assistant. I wish it was Batman standing on the other side of the door because he's there now.
Just give him a shot. He's Bruce Wayne. Everyone wants him.
Yeah.
Everyone says he's girls. Exactly. I'm not into it because penises are gross, but you go for it. So Bruce comes in, and Selina's basically like, look, she's still giving him like this, like playing hard to get like situation. She's like, you know what? It's just like, let's go, I guess. And then she gets a call. And her lawyer, Martin, calls. Like, what's up? No, he is. And, and it turns out this isn't good news, Steve. This isn't boding well because Bruce is like, I'm going to take her out to lunch. We're going to go out. It's going to be great. She's going to come back to my place for a little late afternoon dessert. But this call is about some investment she made. And there's this company called Multigon who I guess went around some purchase she's made and has taken this property that she bought to protect mountain lions, if I'm not mistaken. It was some kind of cat, whatever.
It's a preserve for the mountain lions, yeah. And like that's what's basically in her way of making this happen. And she gets off the phone and Bruce is like, so where are we going? It's like, well, if you can get me a meeting with the chairman of Multigon, he's like, say less. What time works for you?
That's baller. When he picks up a phone and doesn't say, hold on 1 second. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, what time works for you? Like, it's like, that's baller alert. The ultimate playboy, Steve Bruce Wayne. That's what I love. This guy's a psycho behind the scenes, wearing a mask and beating the shit out of people. By day, ultimate pickup artist. So appreciate that. That's awesome. Nice job, Bruce. So then we cut to Multigon. It's a very fancy place. The guy looks, sometimes when they animate him, almost looks like he has a Hitler mustache. But we get into this office. They're trying to shoot the shit. Selina's going at this guy. He's got a cool little gizmo that's like a piano keyboard that allows him to bring out like this crazy model thing. But I just thought that was cool. I was like, man, if I ever have a business, I want something that's activated by me playing a song on a piano.
Like
that's pretty cool.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, dude. That's also baller. So what's this baller on baller crime right now, Steve? There's a lot of ballers in the room.
He shows them the layouts, like, you know what, the lions and, you know, that stuff, that sounds cute. I love that you care about them, but like what's going to happen is we're going to build a mall and then we're going to build a big ass Foot Locker and then we're going to have some Jamba Juice.
You see, here was where you were saying that the mountain lions were going to cross over into that mountain range, but that's actually where the Cinnabon is going next to the Del Taco. So that can't happen. And I think we're done here, guys. So Can you go? Because I got another song I got to play to bring out some other shit that I don't want you guys to see. So
beat it, Toots.
Yeah. But Stern, he's a hard businessman. He's got, he's like the evil like guy that's trying to build the new cool like ski lodge on the mountain. You know, he's that guy. He's the rich developer, Steve.
But Selena's not backing down because she says, "I'm going to have the animal rights people on your ace, like
Yeah.
flies the shit."
And
And right after,
I'll see you later. I'll see you later, Stern.
oh yeah,
Mother.
I love how his name is Stern.
Yeah.
And like right as she leaves with Bruce, in comes Red Claw. She shows up, and it's like, we've gone too far to have someone get in our way. Let's keep an eye on this Miss Kyle.
She looks like she's in Shonuff's gang too. She's got like some cool like ninja duds. She's a tough looking broad, Steve. I thought she was gonna be Russian too, but no. I don't know what she is.
It's funny you say that.
Fine.
She's voiced by the Russian from Orange is the New Black, who was also like this is nerdy. She was in the Star Trek, the not the Next Generation.
Oh yeah, dude, that is that chick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, Red Claw, she's the most beautiful and dangerous terrorist in the world, and she's in Gotham. And now she knows who Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne are, Steve.
Yeah, I'm from the naked eye test. I might have to go Red Claw over Catwoman. She's looking nice and tight in that outfit, Catwoman. But man, Red Claw got them bull Nakano thighs. Goddamn.
Yeah, dude. And so Bruce and Selena go out front, and you know, Bruce is like, "So tomorrow, we're gonna go out on this date tomorrow," and she's like, "Yeah, tomorrow. I gotta work. I got some business I gotta do tonight, though. I'm gonna be working late." And Bruce is like, "I'm gonna be working late too." Dun, dun, dun. If they only knew, Steve, they could just be drilling in that car. Throw a cape on.
If they could only see the way.
I'm busting on my bat cow. Black on white. Okay. So that night, Steve, Bruce goes home. He busts a nut real quick because he's got a little pent up frustration from the dates. And he's grilling a mob boss because now he wants answers. What's going on here? What's going on with this terrorist?
I want Red Claw. And if you don't give me answers, I'm going to lean in on you guys. Pause.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like,
hard. I'm going to push in hard. The guy's like, wait, what?
Yeah. You like the feel of this leather on your skin. But and like the mobster guys or whatever, they have like the typical 90s like underling flunky.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
They got Tommy guns and shit. It's like, man, it's the 90s. This bitch has a rocket gun. You got a Tommy gun? What the hell's going on?
Stop shooting that motherfucker.
And while Batman's roughing up some toughs, Catwoman's going over to Multigon, and she's using the patented old technique I talked about earlier. Get them claws out. You know, somebody needs to get some glass that you just can't cut, dude. I don't know what those claws are made of, but
bulletproof glass I guess it could cut through anything. Them things are razor sharp. And Red Claw, she's holding a meeting, and she's just like, we're just going to stick with the plan. Tomorrow we're going to be transporting a plague. And while she's giving her speech, they see Catwoman because there's a hidden camera that's catching all of her captivities, if you will. And, you know, after she sneaks in the multi-gun, and as they go to the room where she's at, she's already escaped. She went up the vent.
What the fucking plague, though?
A
the
plague.
Fuck? Come on, guys. I can't stress to you how important this is to our mission. This bitch is all business with the plague of all things.
Yeah, she's straight business. I kind of turned it on even more.
Honestly, dude, I'll take a whack. I mean, hey, man, you gotta enjoy yourself after you get that plague. You know, as long as I got a gas mask or something, I'm good, dude.
And like you said, man, she pulled out that Thule. Like, I don't know if like cartoons were doing this back in these days, man, because like villains would have guns, but they would look cartoonish. This looked like a straight
yeah, dude. There's a lot of people with guns in this show, and it's still like when G.I. Joe was shooting, there wasn't lasers and shit, you know? Yeah, this is back in the day when we were playing with realistic looking like toy guns and stuff. But yeah, she's got a gigantic like Wyatt Earp gun. that
like the real deal.
yeah, and she's not as she's she wants to make some piece of or pieces of Catwoman. And Catwoman's in the vents. They're playing this game now where it's very cat like. She's running through the vents. Guys are chasing her through the vents. She's constantly evading things. And at some point, she gets, I forget where, does she get up on the roof now?
Well, like one of the guys was getting close to her. He was zeroing in, but he gets pricked by these miniature cat figurines, and that's why I was thinking like, she's not carrying these things in that sleek outfit. Like, is it the cat? Like, is this a robotic cat that spits out like fur balls, but like instead of fur balls, they're like these like little thumbtack little miniature cats.
It's like cat shaped razor blades or some shit. It's something crazy, but like, yeah, he gets stuck with it. She throws poison blood on it. He's got AIDS. She's playing that kind of a game. The long game. It's like, man, I'm feeling real sick since that cat lady pricked me with those things. They're like, man, you need to go to the doctor, bro.
Yeah, a little flush in the face. And but she does follow. She does go to the roof, and they follow her. But again, she soars into the air without a care. And her cat, she lets the cat go over the ledge on the next building. But as she's climbing to get over, Red Claw shoots at her with this big rocket launcher, and it crumbles the building. And she's fallen. But again, here comes Batman to save the day.
He was just rubbing one out on a rooftop thinking about her, and he's like, wait, oh, perfect timing. This guy's, I gotta say, dude, I think what Red Claw has, now that I'm thinking of it, remember in Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger had that like grenade launcher that was like a handheld one? I think that's what this is, honestly. But it looks
Yeah.
like a futuristic pistol.
The Jumbo Joy.
Also, when she's running, she like, I love, this is related to the gun thing. She gets on the roof. She puts like a wooden board against the knob to like block the door, you know, like wedge it so the door can't open. The guys don't even try to bust through like with their feet. You just see bullets go through the door and they shoot the board out. It's like these guys are just ready to fire some guns, Steve.
For real.
This is TVG, okay, guys? Let's not have some bloodshed on this.
I mean, they knew what they signed up for, but Batman, he makes a clean escape. He saves Selina again, and now it's time to talk. It's like, all right, let's get to the bottom of this. You got to take off that mask because if I don't, the police will. And as he approaches Selina, or Catwoman, if you will, as he approaches her, she does like a little judo throw and throws him off the ledge. Like, bitch, I just saved your life.
Bitch, help! She kills Batman just because of that. But I also love that she kisses him when he like swings and saves her, and Batman's like, "Oh damn!" He like busts right when she kisses him. He gets surprised, Steve.
Yeah, I
He
know she
melts.
liked me. Yeah, as soon as I climb back up this motherfucker, it's on.
Batman, what's that wet spot?
Because she said, I'll see you later. Oh, yeah, you will see me later.
And then we cut. Well, yeah, Batman gives her this whole like cheesy speech that he has to give every criminal about how the law separates them. They're not the same. They're doing vigilante stuff in costumes in Gotham, but they're not the same. Steve, she's a cat and he's a bat.
Yeah.
Okay, it's simple as that. I can't stop rhyming. But then we cut to Catwoman's apartment again. Selina's got this baller place. She's got her little, intersexed secretary here waiting to wait on her hand and foot. And this is her name too, Steve Maven, who I believe was a wrestler, if I'm not mistaken as well.
A guy.
Yeah.
It was a guy.
Okay, my bad. But she tells Maven, she's like, you know what? I think I might just be able to save those mountain lions yet. And I think this is actually part one of a 2-part episode. So there's to be continued on this, Steve.
Yeah. And after she says that, there's a guy like sniping or just kind of like stalking from a distance. And apparently he has like some audio equipment because he could hear this conversation with the binoculars. And he's like, but who is going to save you?
Bust in my costume.
Another pilot under our belts, man.
This was
I
great,
mean,
dude. This is a
it
great
was.
show that I'm telling you, I didn't appreciate it much, and I think something that's fun about this show specifically for me and for you because we both kind of consumed it the same way. We haven't
Yeah.
seen a lot of these episodes, so you can probably go through and see some cool stuff
Oh
that you
yeah.
just missed because we didn't watch all of them.
Yeah, man. Eventually, I will, man, and I like to get into those made for TV kind of like off kilter, like like Batman projects that they have because Max has like the whole library just about, man.
Yeah, they have like a crazy amount of animated movies that I don't know. I guess I just wasn't into watching animated movies for a while, but they're
Yeah,
like good quality, and I think they're like fairly. It's not like just kiddie stuff, it's like fairly like adult stories. I don't know, but
for
yeah, dude,
sure.
I dig this, and not only did it give us all the great things we talked about, it gave us a top 10 Batman voice, and it also gave us a top 10 Batman Joker voice, I guess, or interpretation of the Joker played by Mark Hamill, which is fantastic.
Very true. Which I mean, you could argue is the best Joker, depending on who you ask. Depending on the age range. Some people think that's the best Joker, but
I
I'll
gotta
still.
say Nicholson, dude. I still have to
Oh,
stick with it. I love Heath Ledger's Joker, and it's great, and it's dark, and it's scary, and funny and stuff. But Nicholson's is just so over the top and hilarious and cool that I just can't. I can't go against it. It's
it's
perfect.
it's set, man. Like I don't think it's going to change for me either. Like Nicholson is my Joker. Like
This city needs an enema. Dude, and he bitches out his little buddy all the time. He has that little like midgety guy that Gary or whatever. There's just some guy that's always hanging out. I think maybe it is Gary. I don't
I
know.
think it is.